on up. Alright, well, we are back. At least I certainly hope so. If anybody pops in and hears that I'm not actually hearing things, then yeah, let me know. But right now I kind of want to try to finish this thing off as much as I can. Means I need to find the paint I was using, which I did not like the Adrift color. I preferred the aqua. And I got this dark blue. Sounds like I hit a button on the printer and woke it up. But anyway, I just kind of want to get this done, maybe. Let's move this over to here if I can. Now that's just going to be in my way. The way of my face. I'm still trying to figure out lighting in this situation. Sorry. That's yeah, not so much working that. That is not so much working. So we'll continue with the lighting in the unoptimal place. My masking did work, kinda. But it's also not as clean as I'd like in a couple of places. So I'm going to try to touch those up manually and not get paint everywhere, which is going to be difficult. Up that's silver. I don't want silver, I want white. Where's the white paint? Do. I had a tube of white paint here earlier. Where did it go? There's the tube of black paint. How do you lose a big tube of paint? You don't move it anywhere. There's always problem, eh? I have this white paint, but it's not quite as good, I guess. At least I just need to shake it, maybe. Last time I didn't shake it. It came out inconsistent. I do not need very much for what I'm doing. I'm hopefully just touching up. Maybe putting another coat on certain areas. Like this. Just to even it out. I'm not particularly pleased with some of this. Ooh, I just realized it's kind of warm in here. So this might be a bit shorter of a stream. I just want to get this thing done. And it's taking a long time, many coats for this stuff to coat. It wasn't even the backpack that I was going to go over, but does need it. Oof. Let's try to get those brush marks off, and of course add more paint onto the body, which I didn't want to do. Need to move my mic or my focus somewhere else, because my mic and my light are on opposite sides. Okay. I think I'll do another coat on some of these other white areas, and then move on. On to touching up that front bit. Let's get another coat on the arms. We are in the frame, yes. Here's one of the printing defects, this flat area there. It was a little too close to the edge of the build area, so it got cut off. I may add some yellow to this white and do like a wash on the arms and stuff. Trying to give it more of a aged or worn look. I don't know how that will work. Still wondering where that tube of white paint went. It's around here somewhere. It's gotta be. There's gonna be like 20 layers, and they're gonna be thick and chunky, and I don't want that. Nobody wants that. Let me zoom in a bit and try to figure out a good place to focus. How about there? Yeah. Okay, what I'm going to try to do with this is just kind of creep up on this edge that is not fully formed. Might need a little more paint than what was there. And stabilize my hand with the workbench top. Just push that just a little bit up to that silver clip thing. This is not gonna be a nice and smooth paint job. Might just have to give up on any dream of that. Oh, let's see. I do kind of want this to pop up to there. I think this paint is drying quickly because it's so warm. Ah, Droppa did it. Okay. Okay, so it's a little sloppy. Hopefully I can salvage it without making it worse. Let's see if I can do a little bit of work with the knife. To just kind of straighten this up a bit. That just chipped it away. Which was not the look I was going for. That's better. There we go. Let's see if I go to here. I have so many control panels open. You know what? Yeah, hit add. So now there's a 60-second ad break. Maybe I will go to the dark blue. This blue starts out fairly dark, but then dries very dark. Which is probably why they call it dark blue and not just blue. But this should give me, if I don't overstep, it should give me some nice definition on the edge. If I don't smear it everywhere. These, yeah. Dr. Killjoy is playing Pavlov VR. Atomic Gift Shop does not play Pavlov VR. Oops, there's a hair in there now. It's not good. I'll come back over this again, probably with the lighter blue, the aqua. Just want to clean up some of these white lines by putting the darker tone next to the lighter thing. I'm hoping it'll pop it a little bit, kind of like a contrast filter. No, not the white this time. This time I'm doing the blue. Blend it out a little. It's looking like it's sticking up. Knife, 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 knife. There we go. Tidy up in here. Yeah, there we go. Hello, viewer. If there's anyone there, I'm just trying to finish off the painting of this model. Just touching up around the white parts with some blue, and then I'm going to go back over the blue with some aqua. And then who knows? At some point I'm going to clear coat it. And then do some washes. That's the plan anyway. For the main body. This is really fiddly detailed work. Not the greatest at. It's like I want these nice, crisp, clean lines, but I did mask them, but, you know, masking doesn't always work perfectly. And I don't have a lot of experience with proper brush technique. But hey, it's a learning experience, it's a growing experience. It's not good. There's still a lot of blue in this white area. I would like that to not be there. I'd like this to be as solid white as possible. This is not splotchy. And that may mean coming back in with multiple layers. May mean coming back in with the knife and just kind of scraping away some of the paint I just put down to kind of give it a more defined edge and a more balanced look. Oops. Back to the blue. Maybe overworking this. I'm more concerned with this looking even than exactly a specific way. Maybe I should just do a straight line instead of trying to flare it out at the top. Scraping wet paint is interesting. Probably a recipe for disaster. Oh well. Let's go back to the white. Still very wet. And there was something in the brush. Okay. What am I doing? Well, just gonna give this bottom part another coat. Okay. I'm gonna say that's it for the white. At least for the top. Should I do like sneaker soles, white sneaker soles? Probably not. Do want to do some blue, more blue on here. Move this light over here. Let's do this blue. Thought it looked kind of odd having the top of the legs blue, but I mean the bottom of the legs blue, but the top's gray, so or silver. I'm just gonna do it all blue. At least the leg parts. And probably that center section too. This is as usual one of those times where I feel like maybe I should have painted before gluing these bits together. You can really tell that the surface is not perfectly smooth on this. I don't know if that's a bad thing or not. Some people might like the texture. I mean, ideally it'd be smooth, I think. Some of it I could free up. There's a bit of faceting, a little bit of some edges you can see. I think I'll paint these front pieces here silver. Man, need to stretch. Okay, what should I do with the top here? Here you can really see the layer lines on this piece. The actual ones I send out probably don't look quite like that. They might look a little different. Not saying that there aren't layer lines. What if I make the base of this blue and have just the silver stuff sticking at the top? Or at least a blue tint to it. Just so it stands out a bit more. The first customer I have to paint one of these things did a lot of these things in different colors, like they were lights, so that's kind of cool. I should maybe consider that. Maybe not all of these things, but like some of these details. Technically, this area should be very clean since it's under a dome when the finished model. My core is getting a little tired. And I'm not talking about the robot. Yeah, this is going to be a rougher paint job than I was intending originally, so maybe I'll add some rust. But again, this part probably wouldn't be too rusted since it's inside. Might be a different kind of rust. Let's see, I will add some black in there too, just to spice things up. Just a little tiny bit of black. I was thinking just in here. So there's that. Let me cram some black down in those pores. And scrape it away. Pre-roll ads are on. Run an ad break to disable them. That's what my screen tells me. I could probably use a stretch and maybe a drink. So I will run an ad break. So pre-rolls aren't turned on. And I will be back in a minute. Alright. I'm back. So where did we leave off? This is what we were working on. So I have this piece here. I need to do some structural changes, so you do see that I do have a different color in there. So I should maybe do a combination. That makes no sense. Combination. What am I even talking about? I glued this piece in and it's came out. And now it doesn't want to fit back in as nicely. I don't know that it fit in nicely in the first place, actually, so. This is one that did not print perfectly well. That did stab me. I got stabbed by my own creation. See, that looks very not level. Doesn't look as bad from this side, but this side looks very not level. Wondering what the deal with that is. What I need to do to fix that. Wonder if this got warped. During printing. That does certainly seem to shoot forward there, doesn't it? Yeah, it probably warped when it was printing. Cut away from oneself. Wondering if I ever actually fully cured this. It still seems a little soft for, I mean, not like soft, but soft. It's not like shattering into pieces like I would expect a fully cured piece to do. The revolution will be televised. What revolution? I don't know. Let's move this over here so you can actually see what I'm doing. Pulling it not towards my thumb, but above it. Because I don't want to cut my thumb open. That would not be the fun thing to do. I might clip it though, just to have an interesting clip, but that could also violate terms and service. Hello, hello. We are trying to make this guy stand up straight when plugged into this slot. This was the first test print and it had some issues, so I want it to stand like that. And I think I can do that now. With glue, of course. I'm not, like I said, I've not settled. I mean, I'm not loving the color scheme, but I'm gonna move forward with it. I think this might be the wrong brush. Gonna reinforce the teal in here. Although I guess it would make sense since I have white on the base that I would have white up in here too. Or white in the body. I wonder if I tend to think of these robots as being all grays because they're a retro robot and film was black and white when you would see these things. I mean, this is an original design, so it's whatever I make it, so. Alright. Let's add in some layers some in here. Should be careful with rolling that around. I think this blue is the base blue is just too dark. So I was using this aqua to lighten it up. I don't have quite the blue that I would want, at least not. I mean, if I broke out the airbrush paint that I have, I probably could. I probably have a lighter, brighter blue in there. Ooh. This brush is not acting loving. I don't like that one. Go away! Is this the brush I want to use? Or is this the brush I want to use? I think this is the brush I want to use. Ooh. That was looking great, and then it wiped it all away. Overworking it again. Where's that blue? Is there any blue left? Nope. Kind of hoping that building up many, many layers of paint will give it an interesting effect, but I don't know that it actually will. It might give it the, hey, this thing has been repainted 24 times look. Which wasn't what I was going for, honestly. Add a little bit of water to thin that out. Of course, with the... could reactivate the old paint and wipe it away, which is a risk of doing it that way. I do have airbrush thinner that might work to thin the paint out some. Wondering if I can do a light sanding on this after painting just to smooth it out, but I don't know if that doesn't seem like a good idea. It seems like that would just remove way too much paint. I mean, I do have some very fine sandpaper, though. Oops. Well, if I'm going to make it dirty or worn, then this is probably a good enough paint job for that. Let's get a little bit more water on there. Like a really watery paint. I just want to blend in that line. I don't know if this is actually how you do that, or how that would work, but it's what I'm trying to do. And trying is half the battle. That's not how that goes. Da 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 da. this way. Slather on that aqua paint. Blend it in as best we can. Dab, dab, dab. The look of concentration on his face is amazing. It's not. It's two. It's not. It's two. What, are you arguing with me? No, of course not. That'd be insane. And I'm not insane. Okay, this is getting a bit more teal. Slow down a bit. That was some quick brush strokes there. A little bit wild. Da, 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 da. Subblocker! Well, it's probably time to sleep in general for you. But yay, you made it in! Good to see you. I'm just, again, trying to finish this sucker up, and I'm not entirely convinced. No! Come on, no spamming. Stop spamming emotes warnings. I guess I might need to turn that down a bit, huh? Sorry, I just got that installed, so I need to work on the settings a bit. Why is there a hair in my paint? Okay. Thanks, I appreciate that. I'm just like working it and overworking it and overworking it, and hopefully it'll be to my pleasing when it's done. Alright, so here's what I did this morning. Is that stripe down the middle and a couple more coats of white. And I just finished doing another pass with the blue and the aqua. I'm wondering if this whole thing should be white or what. If I need white down on the bottom. You won't see the silver part here. And then, yeah. This is looking a little bit like rust on the top there, which wasn't my intention. That orange, ooh, did not mean to do that. Did think about bringing some white up to the top here with maybe this ring. Glad you stopped in to say hello. Thank you, I appreciate it. The end of the month, I'm going to be doing a demonstration on scratch building. Probably a little lid bot. Nothing that you haven't seen already, I'm sure. That's the 26th. And that'll be middle of the night for you. It'd be starting an hour from now on a Wednesday night. But it should be in the VODs. Yeah, I just need to figure out if I can actually build a small robot and do everything within an hour, which is going to be tight. So it's going to be a simple one. Because I do want to do it within an hour. Ooh. Hey, let's see. Gonna try something here. It would be that. Yeah, well, like I said, we'll see. I need to give it a good attempt a couple of times beforehand, so I might just have to like build pieces and show the process rather than have a complete build along. And I'll definitely have to have things figured out in advance and not figure things out as I go. Huh. There we go. At the very least, we can all just color together. Get out our little coloring pages and our little pencils and pens and have a grand old time just hanging out, coloring, putting on fake accents, talking nonsense. Just trying to clean up that a little bit. Yeah, that worked. Like the paintbrush just jammed right onto the surface I wasn't wanting it to. Alright, back to the white. Alright. Stretch. Oh yeah. Wanted to teal up the legs some too. Let's see. And yeah, pick a random number between 0 and 100. Oof. Oh, the winning number was 31. It's still waiting for a winner. Can I win my own thing? Not actually giving anything away, but I am wanting to get... Hey, you did win the giveaway. So I think I will start giving away stickers at some point. Maybe with raids or something. But thank you for helping me test. So I guess that way works, you just, people keep guessing until the number comes in. I don't know. Oh, thanks. Don't worry, it's not illegal here. Maybe in your neck of the woods, but I have a very important question to ask you. But I need to know if you're in or you're out. Just kidding. Am I on screen? I am barely on screen. I had the camera zoomed in a little bit, so. Ba-ba-ba-ba. So ready to be done with this. Testing. Oh yeah, you did send those messages. We're from there. Yeah, okay. Cool. Cancel the giveaway. So that's how the giveaway thing works. Alright. I'm gonna ship you certain substances. And you can distribute to certain contacts among the people. Now, the folks who aren't into genetically modified materials for food might not be on board with this, but I have a case of soda that's made with high fructose corn syrup instead of cane sugar. And some plastic representations of invasive species of plants. I don't know how I feel about this or not. Teal shoes. I prefer the red and silver look personally. But I'm hoping that when I get a clear coat on this, it'll look different. In the meantime, you can send me some of those Kinder eggs that actually have stuff inside the chocolate in exchange. Yeah, I think with a coat of gloss on here, it'll look a little different. Maybe satin. I think that'll brighten things up quite a bit. Look at how dull that looks when it dries. Ugh. Much better. I haven't changed the settings. obviously. Let's see. Can I do that now? So I thought I turned that down, but maybe I didn't. Excess caps. Disable. Excess emotes. Disable. Oh, I think I changed the setting, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, you should be able to spam emotes now, I think. Maybe this should be white. Is there any white left? It looks like it's all dried. Let's go back to the idea of using silver for that. See if I can untime you out. I can ban you. I can time out. I can time out Nightbot. Alright, well, thanks for stopping by, if you're still here. I feel ya, puppy. Welcome back. Ah, you used the almost F word, though. I thought I'd lost you for a bit. Well, I did lose you for a bit. I look up and it's like... Yeah, it timed out for like 600 seconds, I think. At least the second time. Yeah, I did turn off the spam of the... Let me... What did I turn off? Let's see. Is that the thing? Nope. Nope. Filters. Yeah. I disabled excess emotes, disabled links, and disabled excess symbols, disabled repetitions, I think. So, and excess caps. So you can talk in all caps now. Yeah, sorry about that. I was a little more... The default settings are a bit stricter than they need to be, I guess. At least in this chat, you know. For now. I can't imagine what it'd be like to have like one of those channels with like thousands of viewers. It's like, how do you even pay attention to anybody in your chat? You used too many emotes. Especially in some streams, the streamers tell you to spam the emotes, so it's like... Like I said, in the very big streams, it's probably more of a problem. Hello, everyone. Hello, Atomic Nation. Atomic Fam. Tonight we'll be getting up to crazy antics and doing the things that would embarrass your parents. Like showing up to a job interview 5 minutes late. I don't think you were in early. I do have some more. I do have some new music and can try it. Of course, I haven't really exhausted the source of music that I have now. But if you get tired of the same tracks, let me know, because I can cycle some out. So far, I'm still digging them. But I just got a whole new set of like production music, game music type stuff from Humble Bundle. I haven't even downloaded it yet. I figured, hey, since I'm actually making use of the stuff that I do have, I may as well jump on this opportunity to get some more. Cool. Okay. Now let's touch up the silver on this part. Yeah. And he streams a lot more than I do too, so. And when I do stream during the day at work, I don't have the music with me, so then I just put on the White Bat, which is, you know. Yeah, the same stuff that Andy has. So I was thinking about doing some game streaming at some point. Because I was kind of curious about Starfield when that comes out. But that's coming out September, and I'm not entirely sure if my computer can handle it. Ah, how did that happen? That one little fleck of silver paint got in there. I'm getting tired of this. So I might just wrap this up soonish. You can see his hand was at the edge of the build volume and got a little cut off. Silver, a little more silver. This was like this was the first prototype I printed at this different scale, so didn't have the settings dialed in quite yet. I do want to have at least one painted up so that I can use it for the promotional artwork. I suppose I could ask my customer to if I could use hers, the one she did. But oof. All right. And she added some bright colors as for to make these like lights, I think. And it looked pretty good. I'd like to get some rub and buff, which is kind of like a metallic wax that you just kind of rub on and then buff. Thank you. That's why I like keeping you around. You say nice things about my work. So, back off, Nightbot. We need a blocker in chat. Whew. Okay, it is kind of warm in here still, so... Alright. I think we have made pretty substantial progress. I'm going to take these out and put a clear coat on them. And then I'll come back through and do some washes and weathering, maybe. And we'll see how it works. I wish these lines were a bit straighter, but hey. Need to stretch. Ouch. Well, let's see. Do I want to stop streaming? Yes, I want to stop streaming, I think. So, thanks for hanging out with me a little bit and get some sleep. And I was up later than I wanted to be last night. I just couldn't fall asleep, so I was thinking I'd probably be asleep by now, or not by now, but sleep this afternoon. But that didn't happen, so I should sleep well tonight. So yeah, take care. I don't think I'll bother raiding out anyone. Well, there are atoms in your heart. Whatever that means. So, thanks. Early for you if you go now? You're normally up late, super late. 4:30 a.m. Wow. Yeah. Well, then you have... Well, in that case, are you going to be continuing streaming? Watching people on stream? Because I can raid out to Infuzar or Toilet After Dark or DeviCat. If you want to pop over to one of their channels. I need to make more emotes and stuff too, but my bedtime has gotten stupid. Yeah, well, stuff happens sometimes. Hopefully you can get it back under control. Okay. Well, have a good night. I hope you sleep well and everything goes well with you. Good night. Oh. Good night. I hope everything goes well with you and that you get some good sleep. Oh, you've been playing on your Switch. Yeah. That can do it. All right. Much lice to you too.